Who Dat Nation, hold your breath. Because some massive news just dropped regarding a true legend of our franchise. We're talking about an iconic left tackle who defined an era of Saints football, officially taking his rightful place in our team's Hall of Fame. But you won't believe the incredible untold struggle he faced during his rookie days just to survive in New Orleans. How did he go from nearly getting cut to becoming an all-pro powerhouse? You need to hear this wild journey. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. Let's dive into this unbelievable story right now. Terron Armstead has officially cemented his legacy as one of the greatest offensive linemen to ever wear a Saints uniform. This week, the franchise formally enshrined the legendary left tackle into the Saints Hall of Fame, marking him as the 58th inductee in team history alongside Mark Ingram. It is a moment of reflection for a career that defined elite protection for nearly a decade. However, the path to this prestigious honor was far from certain when it began in 2013. Selected in the third round out of Arkansas Pine Bluff, the young tackle arrived in New Orleans facing a steep learning curve. He candidly admitted that his early days in the NFL were defined by uncertainty and intense pressure. During those initial rookie minicamps and OTAs, the transition from college to the professional level proved overwhelming. The intensity of the league was a foreign landscape to him, and he lacked a mentor or a clear roadmap to navigate the professional requirements of an elite offensive lineman. It was a period of struggle where his spot on the roster felt precarious and his future in the NFL was heavily questioned by leadership. At one point, then head coach Sean Payton directly challenged him, suggesting that he might not belong at this level of competition. For many, that kind of blunt critique could have ended a career before it truly started, but for him, it served as a defining turning point. He chose to respond directly to the challenge, transforming those doubts into the relentless work ethic that would eventually make him a household name among the Who Dat faithful, ensuring he would remain a cornerstone of the New Orleans offense for years to come. The transformation from a struggling rookie to a Hall of Fame inductee is a testament to the perseverance shown by Terron Armstead during his 9 seasons in New Orleans from 2013 to 2021. Once he moved past those initial doubts raised by Sean Payton, he developed into an undisputed anchor on the offensive line. His trajectory saw him evolve into one of the premier left tackles in the league, eventually earning 3 consecutive Pro Bowl selections. His performance peaked in 2018 when he was recognized with All-Pro honors, a crowning achievement that underscored his dominance on the field. During his tenure, he started 93 of 97 games, serving as a critical pillar for an offense that consistently competed at a high level, including a notable run to the NFC Championship game. The dynamic between him and Sean Payton shifted drastically over time. The coach who once questioned his presence on the roster eventually became his most vocal advocate. Later in his tenure, the respect was so profound that Payton famously stated he would not trade him for any other left tackle in the entire league. This shift from skepticism to total reliance highlights the rare level of talent and dedication he brought to the franchise. As fans look back at his career, his impact is clear. He provided stability and elite production at the most crucial position on the offensive front. This induction is not merely an acknowledgement of his statistics, but a recognition of his evolution as a player and his vital role in the team's history. His journey from an uncertain third-round pick to an honored legend provides a definitive standard of excellence for every young player currently striving to make their mark on this roster today. Why does this matter right now for the team? The enshrinement of Terron Armstead serves as a vital reminder of the value of patience and developmental growth within the organization. As the current squad transitions through its 2026 campaign, the story of his rise from a struggling rookie to a franchise pillar resonates deeply with the current roster. For the coaching staff and the front office, his career path illustrates exactly why initial struggles in rookie minicamp or OTAs do not define the ceiling of a player. It reinforces the importance of the internal development process and the necessity of providing players the time to adapt to the rigors of the NFL. His ability to handle the high-pressure environment created by Sean Payton and convert that into 9 seasons of elite play is a benchmark for the team's current offensive line unit. When players look back at his 93 starts, they are looking at a blueprint for longevity and professional consistency. Furthermore, this induction provides a moment of unity for the entire organization and the fan base. Seeing a player who overcame such significant early adversity to become a franchise great keeps the Who Dat spirit alive by honoring those who bled for the black and gold. This legacy is not just about the past. It sets a standard for what is expected of those occupying the trenches today. His success validates the organization's ability to cultivate talent even when the path is not immediately obvious. By highlighting this history, the team reinforces its identity, reminding everyone that greatness is built on hard work and the persistent drive to prove doubters wrong, just as the newest Hall of Fame member did during his tenure. The selection of Terran Armstead and Mark Ingram as the 58th and 59th inductees into the Saints Hall of Fame signifies a celebration of a specific era of New Orleans football that shaped the team's modern identity. The announcement, which came just one day after the team wrapped up its 2026 mandatory minicamp, serves as a bridge between the legends of the past and the athletes currently on the field. While he concluded his playing career with the Miami Dolphins, his primary professional identity remains tethered to the years he spent anchoring the left side of the offensive line in New Orleans. The stats are impressive, but the narrative behind the stats is what truly commands respect. He took a position known for its physical volatility and transformed it into a constant, reliable presence for his quarterbacks. His 3 consecutive Pro Bowl nods and All-Pro recognition in 2018 were not just individual accolades. They were the engine that allowed the entire offensive scheme to function at an elite level during the team's championship contention windows. The fact that the ceremony is scheduled to take place at a home game later this season gives the current fan base a chance to celebrate that history properly. It allows the current roster to witness the stature of the men who built the expectations that they are tasked with meeting today. Every time a new player steps into the facility, they walk in the footsteps of someone who, like him, had to earn his keep. This induction is a formal acknowledgement that his contributions were not just appreciated, but are viewed as essential to the historic success and competitive nature of the franchise throughout his 9-year tenure here. Looking at the broader impact of this Hall of Fame class, the induction of Terran Armstead serves to solidify the standard of excellence for future generations of offensive linemen. His journey from an uncertain rookie to a multi-year Pro Bowl performer is a narrative that remains central to the team's history. Even as the team looks toward the rest of the 2026 season, the values he exhibited, persistence, professional growth, and the ability to win over even the most demanding coaches, are universal traits that continue to be sought after. The upcoming ceremony will be an opportunity for the franchise to collectively honor a player who started 93 of 97 games and became the definition of the modern athletic left tackle. It is a moment for the team to pause and recognize the rarity of such a tenure in a league where roster turnover is a constant. While the date for the formal ceremony remains to be announced, the significance of the honor is already felt throughout the organization. It celebrates the player who turned a warning from a head coach into a long-term, high-impact career that left an indelible mark on the team's record books. For the current personnel, it is a reminder that the building blocks of a successful season often come from players who are willing to face criticism and push through their own early struggles. His legacy is now forever etched into the franchise, providing an inspiration that transcends his time on the field. As we anticipate the ceremony at a future home game, the focus remains on celebrating this singular career, one that will always be remembered by the Who Dat faithful as a shining example of grit and legendary elite performance.